What's up, my fellow legendaries? Rainquaza here, and today is going to be my last upload before going on vacation, most likely, or I might, if it's a week between my last video, then upload it after I got home. So yeah, today I'm going to go into my Evol tile deck. I call it Evol because that covers Evolzars and Evil tiles. Yeah, and then there's a Solar Flare. I'm gonna go for Turtle. This deck's subject to change. I currently just run a semi-stall burn, semi-evil tile exceeds spam. So let's just go into it. Triple Najasha. There's some really overpowered combos for the deck, which I'll probably go into more detail in another video, possibly. We'll see if I have enough time right now. So yeah, Triple Najasha. He has overpowered combos with Evo Instant. Let me just say that if you tribute him, you can tell someone Evolzar from my deck. Hell yes. Sorry, I'm still getting over my sickness. Triple Casanero. This is eligible to change. I might bump him down to 2 and bump Westlow up to 2. Casanero's effect. If it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, so it's sort of like a Hydra Geodon. You can tribute this card, special summon 2 level 6 or lower dinosaur type monsters from the same name from your deck. They're negated, which is worth mentioning, so they can't get their effects since they were special summoned by the effect of an evil tile. That's worth mentioning. And they were banished during the end phase. It's pretty good, as it gives you plays where you either special summon 2 Cerados, make Dolka, Logia, or one of these guys. Yeah, generally not these guys. Yeah, generally Logia to stop your opponent's spell and trap cards or monster, or summoning of monsters. Dolka to stop card effects. Is a pretty handy con. Oh yeah. Yeah, it gives you good plays with the deck. The issue is you have to kill a monster, which is pretty tricky. Whereas Westlow, all you have to do is flip it. Your opponent can ram into it, flip it. Special summon one. It doesn't even tribute itself. It just straight up special summons one, which is really nice. Triple Cerado. There's not too many good Evolzars that are level 4. I personally like Cerado because if it's special summoned by an evil tile, it goes up to a 2100 attack monster. That's already at the point where it can attack into Thunder King Ryu when they both die, because Thunder King Ryu prevents you from special summoning the crap out of this deck. So it's nice being able to normal summon a monster and just poking over your opponent with no resources involved. Just summon a monster, poke over, which with backfire actually makes your opponent take 500 points of damage, which can be handy. Yes, Ryu prevents you from searching for cards. Well, adding cards from your deck to your hand, so you still get stuff like Westlow, Joshua, but then you can't use your Evo Diversities, which is a pain. Or this guy's effect. No, this guy's effect I believe works. But they can negate the special summons, which is the big pain in the butt. And you can poke over him, like I said. Also, if it destroys an opponent's monster by battle after it was special summoned by an evil tile monster's effect, you can add one from your deck to your hand. So it has a deck thinning capabilities as well. So not only is it basically a Thunder King Ryu with slightly more defense, that's actually really viable in this deck, it can also search out your whole evil tile lineup, which is probably not going to change. The count is basically going to always be 8. Oh, evil tile Lagasucho, which is the last evil tile. It's handy because you normal summon. You never really want to send an Evolzar from your deck to the grave with this deck. Some decks can abuse that because they have stuff that special summons back from the graveyard, which I'm thinking making the deck more like that. We'll see. Having the effect is good. You can set it sort of like Westlow, and when your opponent attacks into it, or you can face up yourself. And you special summon one evil tile monster from your deck. So you don't really want to special summon Westlow, or possibly not Casanero. You usually want to special summon the Joshua and then instantly Evo Instant Tribute during when you get it off. Which the overpowered players are Evolve, Elias, and Tyrius, which are level 6 dinosaurs. Tyrius is a level 6 dinosaur. It's basically only there because relevant for the fact that it's 2400 attack. Ignore this part where it loses 500 attack because whenever you special summon, it has its effect negated with Casanero, even though it can't attack anyway, because this guy's effect activates at the end of the battle phase. Yeah. Or it's special summoned by the effect of Elias, which is an Evol Czar, so it doesn't lose the 500 attack. Or you special summon it with the effect of Evo Instant, which isn't Najasho. Najasho special summons Alias. Alias's effect is, when special summoned by the effect of an Evil tile, you can special summon one level 6 or fire type monster from your hand. So stuff I like to do is go Evo Instant with Najasho, Tribute Najasho. Najasho grabs Elias. Evo Instant grabs Tyrius. Elias gets his effect. Tyrius does not, because it was special summoned by the effect of Evo Instant. Elias lets you special summon a Serrato or another Elias or Tyrius from your hand, which I'm thinking of cutting maybe some of these, maybe a copy of UFO Turtle to make the deck slightly more consistent. Anything to mention is that UFO Turtle can actually search out Elias. If it's the end, your opponent has no more monsters to attack, you can search out Elias, change it to defense mode. You can do some manual plays like tribute a monster for Tyrius or something, or flip summon Westlow special summon one. Yeah. Really good at plays are then when you special summon one, you either make a Solda, which is a really good card. It cannot be destroyed by card effects while it has Xyz material, and when your opponent special summons a monster, you can detach when Xyz material destroy that monster. And Hazy Flame Blistrous, one of my personal favorite cards for this deck. 2 or more, max 5, level 6 fire monsters, which is worth mentioning that like all the monsters in this deck are fire. Once per turn, you can attach when it has multiple effects. This first effect is if you only have 2 Xyz materials. If you have more than that, you get other effects, but its first effect is it's a 2500 attack, 1800 defense, which isn't bad. You can attach when Xyz material, target one monster above control. It doesn't even have to be face up or in their graveyard. Banish that target. That's really good. Has a DD Crow sort of effect, but it also has the effect of Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, where you can banish anything. This card gains effects based on numbers of Xyz materials attached to it. So if you use 3 or more, it gains 200 attack from each attack and defense for each Xyz material attached to it. If you watch this video, please let me know if it goes back down from 3 to 2, if it still gets that boost, or if it has to have at least 3. Because if it has 3 or more, it has 3100, but I usually use it with 3 and then detach one to banish something my opponent controls. So does this guy stay at a 2900 attack, 2200 defense, or does he drop down to 2500, 1800 because I now have 2 Xyz materials? Also, if I have 4 more Xyz materials, this card cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects, which the opponent can still destroy with stuff like Dark Hole and stuff, but that's what 5 is for. It can't be destroyed by card effects. So if I had like 5, I just like sit there and be a total troll. I have not brought it out with 6. I brought it out with 3. I think I brought it out with 4 once. So yeah, that's a really handy card. I mean, just that effect is incredible. If I for some reason need a level, I can also make a level 6 Dolka in the form of Strike Bouncer, which basically has a Dolka effect, except your opponent takes 1000 points of damage as well. He's slightly stronger, but he's slightly harder to bring out. Well, not really. This deck brings him out super easily. I find it really sad that people overlook Elias and Tyrius when building the deck, and Solda. They're all focused on the frickin' what's this guy? Royal Decree? No, Royal. It's not Royal Decree, it's Divine Wrath. Divine Wrath on legs and Solemn Judgment on legs. They never think about the guy that can't be destroyed by card effects and has a Solemn Warning-esque effect. Stop it on special summons. Okay, so on for the rest of the lineup. Triple Solar Flare Dragon. There's not many Pyro monsters in this deck. They're basically all Pyro monsters as well. It's really good with the stall aspect of the deck. You can special summon with UFO Turtle. I might just completely ditch these for some more evil monsters, but we'll see. If I would, I'd probably run something like 2 Gafurios, because they special summon guys in the grave. Possibly a Engineerio, which when he's distributed and sent to the graveyard, you can draw a card and shuffle dinosaur monsters from your hand to the deck, and then grab an evil tile from your deck to your hand. That's pretty good. I'll probably add one of these too. Oh, yeah. Evil Turtle, like I said, gets a lot of the cards. It gets you a Najasha, which you can tribute off for Evo Instant. If you have to, you can get a Westfall and tribute it off for Evo Instant, but I don't recommend it as much. Or like a Sucho, just as an evil tile. It's not really much of a effect. You get an Alias if its last attack, change it to defense mode and be a brick wall. Or you can bring out a Solar Flare Dragon if you have another one in your hand, because when you have two of them, your opponent takes 1,000 damage every turn, and they can't attack either one of them. Not bad. Forcing your opponent to waste their resources. That's a key reason why Solar Flare Dragon is in the deck. So your opponent wastes their resources on him instead of on your Najashos, Eliases, and Tyrius. So and then eventually, so they can't Morning Solda. Usually, if your opponent's going to Morning, they'll Morning the special summon of Elias, not the summon of, well, maybe. I don't think they'd Morning the summon of Solda. I feel like they'd stop Elias, or someone might. I can't really speak for everyone. Evil Diversity is basically a rota for evils. It grabs any evil tile or evil czars from the deck to the hand. You can only use one of them per turn. It's a pretty handy card. Gets you whatever you need. Pretty much gives you a Najasha whenever you want. Evo Force is you tribute an evil tile. So summon one evil czar from your deck. It's sort of like Evo Instant, except the monster that's special summoned for Evo Force is treated as if it was special summoned by an evil tile. So you can be like, tribute Najasha, special summon Alias, special summon another Alias. Then both the Alias effects, special summon like 2 Tyrius, or a 2 Serato, and then either the 2 Serato can make either Dolka and Logia, and you can make Solda. Or you can bring out Ballistrus with 4 Xyz materials, and your opponent, it now can't be targeted by your opponent's card effects. And it gains 800 attack and defense. So it's a 3,400, 2,600? 3,300, 2,600. Messenger of Peace just for stall. Ultimate Ultra Evolution Peel, I was just testing for the heck of it. It's just tributing. It's another way to tribute your monsters. It's special summons from the hand, which can be handy if you don't have anything. A lot of stuff special summons from the deck, so it's useful to get that special summon off from the hand. To backfire, when a fire monster you control is destroyed into the graveyard and inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. So when your opponent finally gets over your big beat sticks, or kills your stuff like attacks into Westlow and you get your search off, or attacks into Laga Sucho getting your search off, they get burned for 500 points of damage. So you get your combo pieces, which this deck has nice synergy to it, and then your opponent takes damage. What's better than burning your opponent and getting your cards you need? Our thing is, you can be a UFO Turtle and the UFO Turtle and the UFO Turtle, which if your opponent continues attacking, that's 1,500 points of damage for killing UFO Turtles. And then you can bring out Solar Flare Dragon if they have no more attacks. During the end of your turn, they take 500, and if you have another one, that's a whole 1,000 points of damage. Ceasefire, I might have just talked about Ceasefire Magic Cylinder just for a burn aspect of the deck and just a bit of stall. Well, Magic Cylinder is. Ceasefire is just a quick, screw you, take a crap ton of damage while I have my 4 evil monsters on board after I send the play with Evo Force and the Joshua. Freaking being overpowered as crap. Triple Evo Instant. This card is more than that. Heck yeah, it's more than that. This is a really useful card. Just read it and just think of all the combos you can make with it. Trashy Eyes Fat Dragon is just there because I think it's a funny, really funny card. My goodness. I just really like it. So yeah. Let me know what you think of this deck. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and tell me if you'd like me to do more updates videos to this deck, or just to show you duels with it. Until when I come back from vacation, this is Rayquaza signing out. Peace, YouTube.